Game of the Week is brought to you in part by Gerald Stavely Dry Cleaning.
Here come the Wolves. Hi again, everyone. This is Lance Brown. We're just about set to get underway for football here. As you see, the Canton Eagles getting their last-minute directions as they're going to be going out, and they are going to be kicking off. No, they're going to be receiving, I'm sorry, to start the first half of action. And Ranchview will be kicking off. It's a cloudy, humid night. Temperatures in the upper 80s right now. And as Bob mentioned, hopefully the rain's going to stay off because we have a lot of thunderstorms coming in from the south right now. They've had a heck of a lot of rain in South Texas over the last week or so. So we're set for the kickoff, and here's Bob Barrett.
Peterson to do the booting from the 40. Kicks it up high, short. Fair catch called for and taken on the 45-yard line. So the ball travels just 15 yards, giving the Eagles excellent field position on their own 45-yard line.
Interesting decision there. It wasn't an onside kick.
Yeah, not an onside kick at all. No, not at all. 1st and 10 for the Eagles. And Chandler Island is the starting quarterback.
He's a good one.
Takes a 3-step drop, looks, finds a man wide open at the 50, and the receiver is ridden out of bounds close to the 40-yard line on the Wolves side of the field. One pass, one first down. And the Eagles starting off with great field position. They're going to spot the ball on the Wolves' 43-yard line. 1st and 10 at that point. Handoff to the running back, who takes it inside the 40 down to about the 38-yard line.
That's Jackson. They have not been very good at running the football this year.
Jordan Jackson is a sophomore. He's been their main ball carrier thus far. Elon, the quarterback, he comes from a very athletic family. His older brother starred here a few years ago and then went on to play college ball. Again, Elon looks, waits, and underthrows his intended receiver.
Actually, that was a good pass, I thought.
Jared Grace, the intended receiver, but could not come close to the ball. 2nd and 10.
You're sitting pretty high up here, so you see it better probably on your TV than we see it ourselves.
Second and 10 for the Eagles on the Ranchview 38-yard line. It's 3rd down, I'm sorry. 3rd down. Here is the quarterback keeping, breaking into the secondary and pouncing all the way down to the 19-yard line. That's a gain of 19 yards and a 1st down. Nothing fancy that time, taking the direct snap, as you can see right here.
This is student body right here, Bob, as he just, and some great, wonderful blocking that time by the Eagles. Offensive line firing out and getting the men downfield.
So he got a 1st and 10 on the 19. Again, Jackson, the lone setback behind the quarterback, Elon. Elon with the ball. Elon cuts back, reverses his field, avoids a couple of tackles, and moves down to about the 12-yard line. Got 7 yards on the pickup. And it's 2nd and 3 from that point. So the Eagles, taking a short kick, starting from their 45, have moved it all the way down to the Ranchview 13. Elon looking again to the left, has got his man, and he is quickly wrapped up and dropped on the 10-yard line. Nice tackle that time. Sammy Peterson who also serves as the kicker for Ranchview, in on the hit. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Both these clubs have a lot of players who go both ways. They really don't have much choice because they don't have big squads. 3rd and 1 from the 10. Elin with the ball. Gives to Jackson, who's got the first down as he bangs his way down close to the 7-yard line. So it'll be 1st and goal from that point. Very impressive opening drive here.
It is that.
For the Canton Eagles. Elin waiting for the direct snap. Under pressure, rolls, tries to find a man open, and does for the touchdown. The defender on the play fell down on the goal line, and that just made it so easy for Mr. Grace to come in and make that catch. Denbo, I said Grace. I'll take that back. That was Denbo, number 5, as opposed to number 6. So we'll have the try for point now. Scott Monroe is the kicker. A drive of 55 yards, the final 7 yards going through the air. Monroe's kick is up, off to the side, but they say no good. And we've got ourselves a 6-0 game.
Let's watch the touchdown one more time. It's just a question of the quarterback getting so much time to throw the football, and finally he hits the wide open receiver in the end zone. Denbo at the top of the screen up there. Again, it's really just a heck of a lot of time he had to be able to do it. And then the cornerback there just took his eye off the receiver, and once he did that, it was all she wrote.
So their first drive pays off for the Eagles, moving at 55 yards and going into the end zone. And they draw first blood here, leading 6-0. When I interviewed the head coach for Canton, Robert Ivey, he told me the starting quarterback was going to be Hunter Moore. And I asked him, well, why isn't Elin starting? And he never directly answered the question. He kind of talked around it. And, I thought, well, is he injured? Too early to have grade problems.
Yeah. I suspect there's probably something else there going on.
Well,
it happens.
Whatever it was, Elin has made his presence known.
And they do like MacArthur has done for so many years, that run-up. Sometimes they'll kick it, sometimes they won't. Got to be ready for it, though.
Here's Monroe kicking. Squibs it, and the ball picked up on the 22-yard line.
It's number 4.
And he is just buried. That's Armin Mathis, who really lost yardage after he picked the ball up. Was trying to run wide and perhaps find a crease where he could go through, but all he found was white jerseys. So good containment by the Eagles, and the Wolves will have it now, 1st and 10 on their 30.
And here's your offense, Bob.
You have Mazik, then Glarick, Tashita, Caceres, and Bennett. How did Bennett get in there? One of the easier names. Wadley, Carter, McDade, Mathis, Ishmael, and another Carter. Pass to the slot back, who takes it, drives his way across the 44 out to about the 45-yard line.
That's Ishmael.
Yeah. One pass, one first down. Coach Ivey, although he was reluctant to tell me who his starting quarterback would be, he wasn't reluctant about talking about the speed of this team. He said they have a tremendous athletic team, a lot of speed. 1st and 10. And this time the ball to the running back, who fights his way to the 50-yard line before he's brought down.
Dominic Carter, the ball carrier. These are hard uniforms to really read. Those numbers with the dark blue into a lighter gray background. Not the easiest things in the world to read. Pardon us if
not from up here, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Here's the quarterback on a keeper, cutting wide, looking for that block. Got it. He's down the sidelines to the 20, down to the 15, and pushed out of bounds on the 14-yard line. That is a run of 36 yards.
Nice run by Wadley here as he's got the good speed and reads his blocking well. So that's 2 consecutive first downs as the Wolves are knocking on the door here. They are in the red zone.
The handoff to Carter. This is Carter to the 10, to the 5, Carter to the end zone. No flags on, it's a touchdown. And just like that, a drive of 70 yards by the Wolves.
That didn't take long, did it?
No, not at all. We're tied at 6.
A lot of Olay defense there, too.
Yeah.
And he scores from, what was that, 19 yards out?
Yeah. Actually, 16, I believe. Try for point, no good. Both teams have missed the try for point. We are tied at 6. It was a 14-yard run.
14, okay.
Yeah. Wadley ran for 36 from the 50 down to 14.
Let's watch it again here. And it's from the 14. They read it very well and just some not very good tackling. And Carter goes in, standing up. Good blocks there by the O-line. Colleen Clark put his arms around him, but too little too late.
Yeah, Keelan Clark really didn't make contact until Carter was already in the end zone.
So we are tied at 6, and looks like we could have a wild and woolly affair here, Bob. Neither team has showed much in the way of offense or defense, I should say.
Now Peterson again to do the booting.
You're going to kick long, you're going to kick short. Looks like he's lining up to kick it short again. Goes long. Semi-long.
Loose ball fought for, and the Eagle player picks up his own fumble on the 29-yard line. Jordan Jackson, the young man, who returned the kick to his 29, where it'll be 1st and 10.
Look at that offense, Bob.
Bush, Casey, Jeffcoat, Guy, and Nelson. And you've got Moore, Jackson, Wiggins, Denbo, Grace, and Slider. Slider was all district last year. He's a senior this year. Island rolling, Island looking, Island passing, incomplete. Island on his passes thus far, Lance, likes to roll to the left and then throw out to that side.
Could just be based on what they see of the Ranchview defense, why they decided to go that way the first couple times. But you're right, yeah, they love to roll to the left. Ranchview did not get much pressure on Island his first trip down.
Yeah, he's had time to throw, no doubt about that.
This time they're showing blitz.
3-receiver package to the far sideline. Here is the throw made, grabbed, and the receiver battles his way to what apparently will be a first down. That's Samuel Miller, who got a pass for about 7 yards and then fought for another 3 to pick up the first down. So 1st and 10 on the 39. And again, they throw to the left side of the formation. Jackson in there at the running position along with his quarterback Island. Island again looks, pump fakes, now throws deep, and it is incomplete. That time tried to get Denbro, but the ball was out of bounds.
Now that time Ranchview with only the 3-man rush. The time before they came with about 6 men. But watch what they're trying to do here with Denbo. Just a little hitch and go that time.
And Mathis did not fall for it.
No.
He was right back there with the receiver.
Mathis a good job of staying with him, and it's 2nd down 10.
Island again. This time will throw to the right and has got his man for what would appear to be a first down.
A nice catch by Miller. Looked like the ball was thrown by that Slider. Excuse me.
Ryan Slider, the senior.
Slider making a nice catch for the first down.
Ball on the midfield stripe. This is the second possession for the Eagles. This time we got a reverse back to Island. Long pass down to a man who's wide open and just a little bit too long.
Oh,
wow.
Dear. They
Yeah.
did it perfect.
Yeah, they did.
It's the flea flicker, folks. They ran it to perfection except for one thing. Island just stopped through his man. Look at the man who's going down there, Denbo. He's just kind of, he is sandbagging there a little bit and takes off. And fortunately for the Wolves, it was incomplete, overthrown. McDade finally got back there, but he was toast.
Island this time pitches out to Jackson, trying to turn the corner and cannot do it. He's dropped for a loss of 2 yards on the play.
Wolves looking for their first stop of the night here.
Darius Heath, the defender, in on the hit. So you have a 3rd and 12 situation facing the Eagles right now.
As you see Coach Smith, we were here when he got his first victory here. It did not come easy. We'll have some highlights of that a little bit later on.
Island looking, Island waiting, Island running. Island still on his feet, then hit from behind and dropped on the Wolves' 45-yard line.
That was a great, I guess you'd call it a coverage sack.
No one to throw to. Yep.
Yeah.
But this young man is quite an athlete, and when he couldn't throw to anybody, he realizes, well, I better start running with this thing. And bobs and weaves and picks up some yardage, not nearly enough for the first down. But you got to figure that they're going to go for the first down right now. They've moved the ball fairly well. There's Brendan Glenn, number 75, young man we talked about in the pregame show. 4th down play. Island looks. Island in trouble. Island running, still looking. Going to try and get the first down, and he does not. Runs out of bounds, short of the first down. So a good stop.
Depends on the mark, Bob. Hold on.
No way, no way. He's got to be at least a yard short of this. Watch this. Remember, he's got to get to the 40, okay? And you watch him right here. That's the 45. And you see the 40. Didn't get close to it, no.
Well, the officials made a good spot.
Yeah. Easy to see that one because the 40 obviously has got an entire line marking.
Right.
If it was the 41 or 42, you wouldn't be so sure.
But where I first saw the official lining up was close to the 39.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
That's what kind of threw me there.
Okay, so we've got a 1st and 10 for the Wolves. Turnover on downs. There's the quarterback looking, fast throw. Got his man, breaks one would-be tackle, and gets all the way down. That's Ishmael again. Ishmael all the way down to about the 47-yard line. Spotted on the 46. So that's good enough for a first down. They give it to the running back, breaks one tackle, keeps on going. Whoa! And it's finally brought down close to the 36-yard line. We'll see where they spot it.
Fitzgerald
got to be short.
Make a stop.
Yeah. So that's a 9-yard pickup. Never going to stop these guys if you try and tackle them around the shoulders.
Yeah, it's a hard place to do it for most players.
Exactly. So you got a 2nd and 1 situation for the Wolves.
Left tackle jump.
And
it's 5 yards.
Yeah, we got a first penalty of the night. This one assessed against Ranchview. They move it back to the 43-yard line. So really, that's a 6-yard penalty because the line of scrimmage
Right.
Wow. The official there. Here's a fake reverse. Quarterback in trouble, just going to throw the ball away. Smart.
Very heads-up play by Wadley that time. They were looking for the reverse. That was a fake. They were going to throw back. I think that was Ishmael. Kind of a neat play, but Canton had him well defensed. So it's third down 7.
Right up the middle goes this running back who's hit. Going to be short by about a yard for the first down. Well, they needed 7. That play gave them 6. And here's where the bad spot really hurts them. If they got in a true spot, that would have been a first down. Remember, the official brought it back 6 yards as opposed to 5. So you've got 4th and 1. So here are the teams matching each other. Both teams on first possession scoring touchdowns. Then Canton could not hit on a 4th down play. Let's see if the Wolves can. This is Wadley. Wadley trying to turn the corner. He does. Wadley running for the end zone. Wadley scoring for the touchdown. 37 yards out.
He ran out of the arms of Brett Branson and went all the way in.
Well, Coach Ivey, the Canton coach, said that Ranchview had a bunch of athletes, kids who could really run, and they're showing that to us tonight. Peterson, who missed his first point attempt, we'll see if he can make this one. Good snap, ball down, and the kick is up, and the kick is good. So the Wolves lead by 7, 13-6, and we'll show you the replay.
It was a really nice play, and here you see him running through the tackle there, and they had everybody this bunched up there.
Branson could not make the stop.
Right.
No. Ryan Slider was the last player who had an opportunity to hit the quarterback, and he was just pushed out of bounds on a very good block. So the Wolves have had the ball twice, they've scored twice, and they lead it by 7, 13-6. The Canton Eagles and the Ranchview Wolves. This game coming to you on a Thursday night here at Stanbridge Stadium. Bob Barry along with Lance Brown. So glad to bring this to you.
Acting for the Eagles is number 3, Marquise Harris.
Peterson to be kicking off. He has not shown a deep leg here. So the deepest return man for the Eagles is standing on his 15-yard line. And Peterson doesn't take much of a run up either.
No.
Not going to try to kick this far. This one comes down to the deep return man who takes it on the 20. Hit, spun, keeps on going, and moves all the way out to about the 42-yard line. Marquise Harris, the return man on the play.
Some less than sterling tackling there.
Yeah, on both sides, really, when you get down to it, both these teams have not shown much of tackling ability. Of course, easier to say than to do.
It's a lot easier up here in the booth.
Oh, man, is it ever? A lot safer, too.
Yeah.
Here's Highland giving the ball to Jackson. Jackson straight ahead up to the 45-yard line. Pickup of 4 on the play. Again, Island with the ball. Island looks to his right, now back to his left. And he has got the receiver who is grabbed around the shoulders and brought down. That's Denbo, the receiver. Mathis again in on the stop, so we'll have third down and about 3 on this play. Highland rolling to the right. And brother, he's got his legs cut out from underneath him. Down he goes. Got back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Michael Murphy, a son of the old sod, who comes in there and makes the hit.
Darian Duke also in on the stop that time.
Duke a senior, Murphy a junior. The kicking team coming in for the Eagles. Dalton Fritcher is the punter, gets a high snap, gets the kick away. A line drive kick taken on the 23. The return man to the 35, to the 40, to the 50, to the 45. And run out of bounds is Wadley. This is a good indication of the size of these squads when you have your quarterback running back punts. Of course, has nothing to take away from Wadley. You know,
oh no, this kid is exciting. You want the ball in his hands. And look at some of the moves. And then you just
look at the stride.
He saw that hole and just jumped into it. Fortunately, Dalton Fritcher was able to throw him out of bounds.
Kydrian Wally really showing his stuff so far. Big hole for the running back who's hit at the 40, breaks a tackle, and falls forward all the way down to the 37-yard line, a gain of 8. Wolves trying to put some more points on the board. Wadley looks, got a man open, juggles it, but holds on for the grab. Stewart, the receiver, the senior slot back, got it for the first down. No, Wadley not necessarily a graceful passer, but he's accurate. And that's what really counts, obviously. The ball is spotted on the 28-yard line where it's 1st and 10. The clock running with 44 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Here is the handoff. Big hole. Running back to the 10, to the 5, to the end zone. Let's see if they give it to him. They do. Touchdown from 28 yards out. That is Carter. Dominique Carter.
I'll tell you what, there's the Eagles is going to need work on the tackling drills, because they just have not been able to wrap them up and bring them down.
Peterson attempting the point after. Kick is up and good. And the Wolves lead it 20-6 with 30 seconds to go.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a quick hitter, but look at that blocking. My goodness. And there's a 1, 2, good stiff arm there.
He got by
3,
slider, yeah.
4, you know, just a great job here by Carter. And again, the offensive line, look at that hole, Bob.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you could put me on your back there and still get through that one. And Carter now 7 carries, 93 yards.
That's good for a game, and this is just the first quarter.
Yeah.
We got 30 seconds to go, and the Wolves lead it by a count of 20-6.
Well, this could fall in the classification of a long night if you're an Eagles fan.
Well, the Eagles started off well. They took the opening kickoff, moved the ball from their 45 into the end zone. 7-yard touchdown pass to Denbo. They missed the extra point. They led 6-0. But the Wolves have come back with 20 unanswered points, and they leave it 20-6.
Canton, of course, the host of First Tuesday, which is a misnomer because it's the first weekend. It's not actually on Tuesday, but big flea market down there. It's a good place to go, too.
Here is the kick. The return man looking for some running room. And still on his feet as he comes across the 30 out to about the 35-yard line. Harris, the return man.
Duke
in
on the
on
stop.
the stop. Okay.
22 seconds remaining here in the first quarter.
Island trying to see if he can get his team clicking now. He's got the ball and a direct snap, and he is brought down on a nice open field tackle for a loss of 1 yard.
The big man.
This is Brandon Glenn. We talked about him in the pregame show. Last year he was credited with 7 tackles and 7 sacks and 14 tackles behind the line of scrimmage, just like that one right there. And that's the end of the first quarter. Ranchview out in front by a count of 20-6. We'll be back in a moment.
We are ready for the start of the second quarter of action, and ICTN is having a question of the week on our Facebook page, the City of Irving Facebook. And the question, will the Ranchview Wolves make it to the postseason play this year? So far, it's 75% think the Wolves will do it. It would be the 3rd time in the history of the school. All right, Bob, let's do the second quarter here.
And we're starting. The teams have changed sidelines. Island looking to throw. No, he's just going to throw the ball away. Smart play.
Yep.
He just had 2 men deep, and both were very well covered. Ryan, one of the deep receivers was Dalton Fritcher.
Island was 6 out of 10 passing in that first quarter for 43 yards. Really, with the exception of that one run on the in the first play by Island of 18 yards, they really haven't been able to get much of a ground game going, which has been their problem all year.
Island looks under pressure, unloads. It is batted away. Nice defensive play that time by Wadley.
Yep.
You know, this kid throws, runs, defends, runs back, punts.
Almost gets the tip
Yeah.
here and chasing after it, but not quite. Nice play, though, by Wadley. It's 4th down. They will punt the football away. So that means Wadley goes back to try to do something there. Good punt.
Yes, it is. And the ball will bounce dead on just inside the 20-yard line. You're right, it is a good kick.
Well, whatever the Eagles were able to do in that first quarter, Ranchview has adapted, and thus far they have shut them down completely after that first drive.
Keys to the game, okay, for Canton? Make the tackles. Whoa.
Not so far.
Yeah. Limit the second and long plays. And improve special teams play. Well, no to all 3.
Well, that was a pretty good play there. Good punt.
Okay, protect the ball. Thus far, Ranchview has done that. High energy. The coach really wasn't so sure that they'd have high energy because of the heat, the humidity, and the fact that a lot of these kids play both sides of the ball.
Well, they do on both teams, though. So
here's a handoff to the running back who gets a tough 5 yards out to the 25-yard line. Carter, the ball carrier.
now the thing is, I mean, if they were playing a 5A school that had 60 players dressed out, that would be another ball game. But both these are small squads and
Yes.
lots of people going 2 ways.
Yep. Wadley looks. Wadley throws. Intercepted.
At the
The
30.
return man down to the 20-yard line runs out of bounds at about the 16-yard line. Jared Grace, I do believe, is the young man who picked that ball off.
Boy, they needed this one, Bob.
Yeah.
Wadley, not a well-thrown ball, because the ball was, I think, tipped that time by Heskew, and then Grace getting the INT. And now they got a chance to get back into this ball game here and make it
Yes,
just a
they do.
one-touchdown game.
Right. Big defensive play that time with the interception. Highland, the quarterback. Jackson remains to his side as the running back. 3 receivers split out to the far sideline. Highland looks. Highland going to the left, throws to a man, caught but out, not in. Well, they're calling it a touchdown. Okay. I'd like to see this one again. The official right down there said that he caught it in the end zone.
Well, we will see it in a moment here.
Yes, sir. That we will.
But first, we're going to see the swinging gate. And they close it up, and we'll go to regular formation. And just that quickly, Bob,
Yep.
when all the momentum was in favor of the Wolves, Canton has stealed it right back and can make it a one-touchdown game with this kick.
Monroe's attempted kick high enough, long enough, and it is good. And our score now, Ranchview 20 and Canton 13. And let's see this touchdown pass.
Well, the key is time. And, you know, that was just a heck of a catch. That was a fine play by Denbo. He has the feet down inbounds. Looks like he has both feet. He only needs one. But that was a heck of a
Good
job.
call. Yeah.
Good throw. That was the only place he could
Yeah.
throw the football, too. That was good coverage defensively that time by Mathis. Can't really fault him too much. It was just a great throw and a great catch.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just got to take your hat off to the other guy for doing the job.
Yeah, definitely. So Island throwing his second TD strike of the game. And the Wolves will now get it. Scott Monroe to do the booting. The deep the deep Wolf return man now moving back to his 15-yard line and going back even further to about the 10. Here comes the kick, taken on the 25, to the 30, 35, to the 40, to the 45, midfield, and is knocked out of bounds close to the Canton 45-yard line. Down
Late
goes
flag.
the flag.
Yeah, that was a hit out
Late
of bounds
hit, yeah.
that time on number 12, Fritcher.
Mathis, the return man, and Fritcher going to be hit that time with the late hit.
Actually not. That was 10, Monroe, with the late hit.
That's right. Monroe was the kicker. Personal foul.
So that's just going to put them in a great field position. Down to the 26-yard line on the Canton 26.
Yeah, you'll take that every time.
Yeah, I think. Wonderful return, though, by Mathis.
Running to the 5, running to the end zone, and just shy down to the 1-yard line.
Michael Murphy getting his first carry. First time we've seen him carry the ball. Close, but no cigar.
Yeah. Apparently they said his knee went down on the 1-yard line. So it'll be first and goal from that spot. First and goal from the 1.
Wadley, no place to go.
Yeah, nice defense that time by Canton, who was all over Wadley.
It was Blake Arnold who got through there.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage by number 60, Blake Arnold.
Ball on the 4-yard line. We're at 2nd and goal from that point. Here's Wadley handing off to Carter. And Carter
got to the
down to
the
about
1 inch line.
just inside the 1-yard line. We're to be 3rd and goal. So they lost 3 yards on their first carry, and they made it back on the second. 3rd and goal from the 1. This is Wadley diving, scoring. Oh, I'll take it back. That's Brandon Glenn, the young man.
Give it to the big guy.
And they did. Glenn on the dive play went in for the score. So in essence, he played a fullback in that position.
Right.
Peterson's kick shanks it. That's the second one he's missed tonight.
Yeah, that wasn't pretty.
No. The Wolves lead at 26-13.
Let's watch the big man in as the quarterback, and don't know that I'd like to be trying to tackle that guy. I mean, that's a load here. Look at how he shoved Murphy out of the way that time. Get out of my way, little man.
How big is this young guy? He's 6'4". I don't know what he weighs. The coach wouldn't tell me, but he's a big one.
Oh, yeah. In the upper 200s, that's for sure. And he's got a good pair of guns on him, too. Were they checking him for Vaseline or something like that?
26-13 our score. So again, a breakdown here by the special teams for the Canton Eagles. Did not play very well on this kickoff return. And then the late hit assessed him another 15 yards on the play.
Yep.
So Peterson to do the booting. Here's the kick. Taken on the 18-yard line. Return man dropped. I think that's Marquise Harris again. They're going to say he got out to about the 37.
Put it on the 38.
Give him another yard. 1st and 10 from the 38.
Do you have a flag down too there? Nope. Okay. What do we? Lightning is. We are going to have a lightning break here, ladies and gentlemen. It's in the south. We've seen it for the last few minutes, but obviously safety first with all the people, and as a result, we are going to have a break in the action. Bob? Ranchview leading it by a score of 26-13. We'll be back when we get back.
Well, we are back, and you can see the rain. It has not let up, and for that reason, the officials have called this game. It's not an official game, obviously, just in the early moments of the second quarter, so they can basically treat it as a scrimmage. They'll not be coming back. That was the final score. The Wolves leading it by a count of 26-13.
Well, we didn't get the chance to have a halftime here, but we're still going to bring you the profile that Brooke Pratt made for us of the Ranchview Marching Band Director, Jesse Showalter, and the Wolves Marching Band.
Kazumi Motoaiki is a senior at Ranchview High School. He's captain of the swim team, in the top 10 of his class, and a member of the Ranchview Drumline.
It's cool. It's what everybody likes. I mean, it's what everybody looks kind of at when they see drumline and marching band. It gets people pumped up.
He was the first percussionist in the state. He's the best as a junior, which is really impressive. He's one of the hardest working and most talented kids I've ever had the chance to work with.
Kazumi and the rest of the marching band is led by Jesse Showalter. It's his second year at Ranchview, and he says it's a great fit. His students agree.
He's a good teacher. I mean, he gets things done. He knows how to motivate us. He knows how to work around our schedules. He's really lenient about that. And he inspires everybody to do better.
Working around schedules is a priority for Showalter, since the kids are in school full-time and often have other extracurricular activities as well.
Some of the kids have before school stuff like Kazumi. He does swimming before school. I think he's up at the natatorium over at Standridge at 6:30, 6:45. And then we'd have rehearsal after school from 4 to 6:30. And so some of the kids, it's a long day.
It takes a lot of commitment because it is four out of the 5 days of the week after school. And during football games, you're here at school until 11. And so balancing all that with homework, other extracurriculars is a lot of work, but it's definitely worth it.
All of the hours of practicing hopefully pay off by the end of the week when they perform during halftime at football games. Even after practicing, some of the kids still have a little stage fright.
They get really nervous, as, any kid who's going to go out in front of a crowd will. But I think once they get done and they have a good performance, I think they kind of realize how much fun it is for them.
As a football spectator, you see the finished product of what the marching band does. During the week, they work just as hard practicing their instruments as they do conditioning to march.
One of the things that we do in the actual band class during the day is we do breathing exercises to kind of help develop that, and then we do laps.
Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
It is a workout. Yeah, it's definitely a workout.
Showalter says marching for an entire show is no easy feat. It takes a lot of stamina, especially to concentrate on playing an instrument at the same time.
One of the things I always talk to the freshmen about is we're doing something that you never in your life have ever done. You've never had to walk in step with 40, 50 other people, carrying an instrument while breathing more than you've ever done in your life, and playing, which is something you've only been doing for 2 or 3 years.
Showalter says that Ranchview's band has come a long way, but is still a work in progress. They're trying to expand their program to hopefully include a color guard by next year.
Keep growing and getting better. It's our goal. Keep growing and getting better every year. So I think that's every band director's goal.
Brooke Pratt for Game of the Week.
And while we got a chance, why don't we go ahead, and since we've got plenty of time, let's
sure do.
Let's talk about the good folk who bring you the ball game of the week each week on ICTN, Bob.
Gerald Stabley Dry Cleaning, a charter sponsor of the Irving Game of the Week. That designation earned because the Stabley people have been with us since the inception of these broadcasts, and that goes all the way back to September of 1983. We thank them for their participation and, obviously, their loyalty. Lance?
Absolutely, and we're going to have another question for you to go on our poll of the Facebook. Who will win this year's matchup, as we got Irving and Nimitz coming up next week here on ICTN? So I tell you what, go on the Facebook line there of the city of Irving, and go ahead and post who you think is going to win that game. Bob, you got an idea who's going to win it?
I have no idea. That's why they play the games.
Yeah, it's going to be a close game. It should be a really good game.
You would think so.
Yeah. And it should be fun to watch. This was a fun ball game to watch tonight, Bob, while we had a quarter and a half of it. Canton got the opening kickoff, and then he run it in. Quarterback Dave Islands races 19 yards to get 1 first down. Here's a touchdown. This is pretty. Rolls and fires. Wide open. The key there was just a lot of time to throw. But Ranchview comes right back after the missed extra point. And this young man, this is a heck of a runner. Look at him twist and turn into the end zone for the touchdown. And on 4th down and about a yard, Wadley, the quarterback, takes it himself around the corner and sprints all the way in for the touchdown. Put Ranchview up in front. And then they go up by 2 touchdowns here as they race it in. This kid's a good runner, Bob.
Carter, yeah.
And then after an interception, though, by Ranchview, here's a firing in the end zone. Islands there to Denbo, and this is a remarkable pass and catch there. Good defense, actually, but just a great offensive play. And then Ranchview goes back in front by 2 touchdowns. They give the ball to the big guy, and the big guy goes in. So, Bob, it was fun to watch while we were here, but, you know, it is what it is, and sadly, this football game is over, but next week we'll have another one.
Should be, the crosstown rivalry between the Vikings and the Tigers, something to look forward to. For Lance Brown and all the members of our technical crew, this is Bob Barry. Thank you so much for joining us. We wish you a most pleasant good night.
Irving Game of the Week has been brought to you in part by Gerald Stavely Dry Cleaning,